Good morning. Good morning. Listen, this morning, I don't really want to talk about nothing motivational. I don't want to motivate you this morning. I just want to tell you a story, man, because I'll be honest with y'all, I'm a little annoyed. And, I'm tired of the selfishness. I'm tired of people being so selfish. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of people being selfish, and not with their resources, not with their money, not with that. People being selfish with their story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand how important your story is. You know what I mean? To the people that are around you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, there are people going through very similar things that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And you holding on to information that can prevent the next person from making that very same mistake that can literally change their life, literally change 360 their life. You've gone through it, but you just unwilling to share with somebody because you scared of how it will make you look. That's weak. That's a weak person. That's an insecure person. Listen, I've been through a lot. I don't position myself I don't put myself in terrible positions. Terrible positions. I don't have kids out of wedlock. I don't lie. I don't cheated. I don't been listen, I don't done a lot of things that I'm not proud of. Right? And I'm not scared to tell somebody, what I did wrong and and the lessons and the mistakes that I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the power in that. You know what I'm saying? The whole, you better acting like you better than somebody else, that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? That's not effective in regards to, people respecting you and you respecting yourself. So you got to be honest with yourself. The things that you go through are tests, for a testimony, right? And your testimony is not for you. Your testimony is for other people. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't help for you to, be a parent and for you to treat your kids like you never made any mistakes. I suggest you tell them your mistakes. Tell them that you've been there. Because when you put yourself on a high horse, you put yourself in a place where people can't reach you. They can't reach you. They don't see you. You talking about you did this and you did that and you this and you that. But how can they relate to that? You putting yourself on a pedestal that, you know what I'm saying? You're not a real person to them. So if you ain't real, if you're not a real person, and I am a real person, how do I relate to you? How can I have the success that you have? How can I, how can I see myself in you? You know what I'm saying? How can I see that, I can do this? Yeah, you accomplished it, but I don't know. I don't even think that I can beat you because you've never made mistakes, obviously. You've never been in the position that I've been in. You can't even relate to my story. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from the projects. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy ain't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't have kids out of wedlock and put yourself in a bad position financially. You ain't been laid off of every job that you've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't been through that, you can't talk to the person who's been through that because you don't have no real life experience and how they get out of it. See, I thank God for the things that have happened in my life because why? Because I can weather the storm and somebody can come to me and I can relate to them from a real place. Listen, my daddy died. I got a stepfather. I've come from a mixed home. I know what it's like to live in the projects. I know what it's like to have friends in the projects and family in the projects. I know what it's like to live in the suburbs. I know what it's like to have money. I know what it's like to lose money. I know what it's like to lose a job. I know what it's like to lose jobs. I know what it's like to build a business and fail. I know what it's like to transition. I know what it's like to live in the suburbs. I know what it's like to do a multitude of things. I know what it's like to go, lead a country. And play ball. I know what it's like to play Division I basketball. I know what it's like. Listen, I have all these experiences, right? And I can pour into somebody. I can speak from a real place. And that's important, man. A lot of you guys are stingy and selfish with your testimony. Stingy and selfish with the things you have learned, and it's sickening, dog. And you're doing it to your children. You're doing it to the people that you love and you say that you care about. On a personal note, right? I used to have, and I haven't even had this conversation with my stepfather, But this is some real talk, all right? And I just feel compelled to say this. I used to feel some type of way about my stepfather, right? Because I felt like he sat there and watched me make the same mistakes that he made. So I felt like he just stood back and watched me and never said anything or never sat me down like, come here, son. Let me talk to you real quick. Let me educate you. Let me share with you my pain and things that I've been through and the hardships that I had to endure and what you shouldn't do. Right? He was waiting for me to come to him when I needed him to come to me. Because I had no experience with that dynamic. Right? But this is what I learned. First off, that was the victim mindset. And I had to deal with that. But I also had to think, he didn't have a father. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a dad to show him. He didn't have an example of how to come to somebody and really share, that valuable information. He didn't understand that concept. You know what I'm saying? There was never an example for him. You know what I'm saying? So I can't ask of him what has never happened to him. He doesn't have that experience. So he doesn't know how to approach me. He doesn't know the power in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's never happened to him. Because he's never visually seen it. And then when you haven't experienced something, it's not real to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why experience is so pivotal. That's why, a piece of paper, when you go to school, that's great and you get a piece of paper. But listen, that person that's been doing it for 10 years, they'll take that over your piece of paper any day. Your employer would take experience over classroom, knowledge any day of the week. You got to understand how important experiences are. It's life. It's life, and you can't. Some things I can tell you how to ride a bike all day. I can teach you the ins and outs of how to ride a bike, but you aren't gonna know really how to ride a bike until you get on it. Until you gonna fall. You gonna scrape your knee. It's not gonna be easy at first. We're gonna have to put some training wheels on it at first, right? Just so you don't tear yourself up. The training wheels are your mentor. The training wheels is your support system, right? Those are the training wheels. You need them. You know what I'm saying? But when you take those training wheels off, you ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you ready. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put yourself in the right environment with the right people who are willing to pour into you, who are willing to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And people who have certain experiences, people who are trying to have certain experiences, whether you've been there or done that, or you haven't, you got to surround yourself with people who are thinking the right way. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, man. It's important. And, stop being selfish with your testimony. Stop being selfish with the things you're going through. Stop being selfish with that. Stop trying to fool people. Listen, I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be rich though. No doubt about it. And it's not about money. It's about the person that I'm gonna become in the journey. So with that being said, man, this your boy, man, I'm out.